Well, hello there, Aries. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your 2023 tarot reading. I'm actually going to be breaking this into 3 different parts. We'll have kind of overall, first take a look at the overall energies for the year, and then I'll have a general reading, a career and money reading, and a love reading. So I'll have all of those time-stamped in the description box below. So if you'd like to, once we get the overall energy, skip to the section that you're most interested in, that would be fine. All right, so let's get into this. Let's see what we have. Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted. And we have begin now. Take your first step. Aries, 2023 is brand new energy for you. I love this. I'm really trying to think. There was, it could have been Leo. Either Leo or Sag. So definitely one of your fellow fire signs that had the vulture spirit. And one of the things that is coming through with you, it's a little bit different, is that, you know, with the vulture spirit, it's like, do not worry about time, energy, money that you have spent on a project, relationship, situation, career, business, whatever it is. There's this sense that you are really ending something here, perhaps in December, early January. There's a sense that you're ending a certain situation in your life. But one of the reasons that you're worried about finally saying goodbye to this is that you put so much time, energy, money into it. So it's kind of like, wow, am I really going to walk away from all that time, money, energy that I put into that situation? You know, should I stick with it a little bit longer? But the vulture spirit really gives you the sense that whatever this situation is, it is over. You're closing out that energy. You're moving into a new cycle. Lovely energy here for the end of the year. So I feel like you're really closing something out, and you have to keep in mind, you have to close something out so you can begin something new, right? And so it's not about taking a look at, you know, what you've walked away from, the time, the money, the energy that you put into something, right? It's not about, oh my goodness, I'm leaving that behind. It's about taking a look at the time, energy, and money that you put into a certain situation and realizing that maybe you didn't get what you expected or were hoping for in that situation, but you did gain wisdom, perhaps confidence, perhaps a new perspective about yourself, about relationships, about the world in general. So it's kind of like taking a look at the silver linings in something that you are saying goodbye to and not thinking that it was a waste. You're kind of concentrating on a little bit of this energy of concentrating on what you lost in it, you know, kind of thinking, oh, I lost that money, I lost that time, I lost that energy, putting so much into that situation or relationship, whatever it is. So it's kind of like, oh my goodness, you know, concentrating on that, but instead focusing on what you actually garnered out of it. Every experience, even if it doesn't end the way that we wanted it to, brings us in new things, you know. So I really love that energy of, you know, kind of redirecting your perspective of the situation. Okay, so we are going to move on to the 3 different parts. Once again, I'll start with general, then career and money, and then love and relationships. So we are going to take a look at the present energy, how you're starting out in each of these different areas, any obstacles or areas of resistance that you'll have in each of these sections too. And then finally, advice from Spirit about how to make 2023 your best year yet. So let's see. This is lovely energy. Beautiful. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. Things are moving slowly perhaps, but there's this energy of you are progressing. To me, this is your 2022 energy of recognizing, okay, something that you maybe have had to walk away from or are deciding now to walk away from, that was part of the process of helping you to build a strong foundation for something new in the beginning. Once again, there's this sense that you've gained some wisdom that I feel like you're not allowing yourself to kind of embrace, okay. My daughter went on a, she kind of like went through this phase. She sold everything, bought a van, traveled the country. And then when she came back, she was talking about how much it had cost, and she was kind of like, oh my gosh, I spent, she was like really focusing on how much it had cost. And honestly, it didn't cost nearly as much as I thought it would, but she was really focused on that because when she came back, then it was kind of like, okay, now I have to repurchase things, right? Because she had sold everything. But I kept reminding her that experience, think of the money that you spent, that you purchased an experience that a lot of people don't have in life. That, she really did have an amazing time. And I feel like it's that type of energy. It's kind of almost like, okay, you're focusing on the money and you didn't get what you thought you were going to get out of it. You got something even better. Okay, you just don't recognize that at this time. You purchased wisdom, you purchased experience, you purchased new perspective, right? I mean, and that is just, the way to kind of like embrace this energy, because for your general, you have the thinking woman. Gender doesn't matter. It's kind of this energy of overthinking a situation, kind of analyzing your life. Because this is general. This would be all sectors of your life, kind of over analyzing something that has happened in the past. Once again, I want to point out that you have increase on the bottom. So whatever you have lost, it's almost like you're recognizing, perhaps here at the very end of the year, as you're moving into 2023, recognizing what you have gained out of a past situation. You also have kindred partnership underneath there. I feel like one of the things that you may not realize is that what has happened in the past is opening you up to new people, new opportunities, new situations that are going to be joyful. Look at how joyful they are, right? So I really love this energy. At the very beginning of the year, you have the Five of Swords. This is kind of that energy of looking at the past, kind of dragging something along, the energy of something that you have lost with you, instead of making decisions from this beautiful energy of begin now. It's kind of like still a little bit focusing on something that you have lost. So here we have the angels of the four directions. This is the archangels coming in to help you to heal what this energy is, allowing you to step into seeing this whole situation from a different perspective. So Aries, I really encourage you, okay, to kind of try to see this past situation, especially here at the end of the year, kind of seeing this past situation, the benefits or the silver linings of it, the blessings, that you may have actually garnered. Yeah. Oh, this is lovely because you have all tied up underneath, this is a sense that you're kind of tying up your own energy because you're kind of feeling stuck because you are still concentrating on what you've lost instead of, okay, what do I want in 2023? It's kind of like, okay, get that vision board out, do this big brainstorming, go on Pinterest, try to figure out what is it you want in 2023 and trying to really release something that you have lost in the past, because you have the Five of Swords again. I think this was somebody that really and truly did something that, may have benefited them, but not you, right? It may have hindered you. This is somebody that did something, okay, that was for their own benefit. but unfortunately, you lost in whatever situation this is. So this could be, a person that, a business partner or something that sold their half of the business and didn't really include you in that, or made some type of a business decision that really kind of hurt you. It could be, a romantic partner that decided, to go their own way, but didn't really give any, thought to you or how this might affect you. So now here you are, 2023 at the very beginning. It's kind of like, yeah, look, this is you putting this behind you, this energy behind you. Yeah, they did what they wanted to do. Now I am going to go and create the world that I want for myself, We're all on our own path. Our paths intertwine, right? But you're now realizing I have to walk away from what happened in the past. Look at the blessings. It will help you to have a more positive energy moving into the new year. But this is you at the very beginning of the year. Say, hey, you know what? I have to go in my direction now. I have to go after what it is that I want. And then you have the high priestess. Listening to your intuition, to your spirit guides. I really feel like, especially with this card coming out, they're trying to guide you through this. They know the path, right? And they're kind of like, look, listen, Aries, a year from now, this is really, you're going to be looking at this in a completely different perspective. You're going to see how this brought in new blessings into your life. So I really love this energy, even though at this time you may still kind of be, dealing with a difficult energy from 2022. You're quickly turning, to 2023. I really encourage you to really kind of like imagine what you would like 2023 to look like for you. Okay, really putting the focus on what your heart truly desires, because that is your area of resistance or your obstacle, is taking the steps to go after what it is that you truly want. I feel like you put a lot of time and energy into what somebody else wanted, or perhaps something that you thought you wanted, but then it didn't turn out the way that you thought it would, right? The expectation was not met. So it's kind of like, okay, now I'm going to go and do something else. I gained some experience by doing that. I gained wisdom. I gained new perspective. What direction do I want to go in now? Where is my heart calling me to go? Because the advice here is you have the loving woman. I love this because you're starting out, your energy is the thinking woman, allowing your fears, because we have the Nine of Swords here, allowing your fears to make your decisions perhaps, or you have in 2022, or here at the end of the year, or recently, you've been making your decisions based on fears, based on what your mind is saying. Instead of making them from your heart, the loving woman is making decisions based on what your heart truly desires. It's only your fears, that are holding you back. So one of the things to do is to really kind of like embrace this energy, right? It's not about running away from this energy. Courage and strength. We gain courage and strength when we literally face our fears and then release them. Sometimes when I'm fearful, I just write down the fear. It kind of almost like when you see it on the paper, right? It's kind of like, oh, well, why am I afraid of that? It's almost like when you get it out of your head, where your mind is blowing the fears up to huge proportions, right? Perhaps even giving you panic attacks or not allowing you to sleep at night. When you write out your fears, then all of a sudden it's kind of like, oh my goodness, that's really not as bad. What's the worst case scenario, right? Okay, that's not really that bad. I can handle that, recognizing that our fears sometimes seem so much bigger in our mind than they ever could be in reality. Now, I also want to share with you that I have several journals, but one of the journals I have is where I write to my angels. I really encourage you to, especially when you're fearful, to start like an angel journal, or it could be just the journal that you use. But I literally start the entry with "Dear Angels," and then I write down my fears. I say, okay, this is what I'm afraid of. Help me. I give this fear, this worry, this anxiety up to you. Help me to see with the High Priestess. Help me to see the steps that I can take to better follow my heart's desire, and I will tell you that really and truly helps me, because it's kind of like you're really tapping into, that angelic realm, especially since the 4 angels are showing up here. Your angels are truly trying to talk to you. If you notice repeating numbers, you may want to I Google angel numbers all the time, that repeating numbers that you see, kind of Google those, or do a internet search of them, and just kind of see what the message is there, because angels do love to communicate with numbers. And the other thing is just kind of looking for signs, looking for, you may have an animal spirit or something. You see that animal, whether it's actually in nature, right? Or if, it just randomly shows up, on an internet search, or, you see a billboard with it on, or whatever. It just means that, your spirit guides, your angels are with you. They're helping you to find the strength, the courage to follow your new dream. Once again, sometimes when things don't work out the way that we want them to, right, we're worried about this happening again. When you can see the blessings of whatever has happened in the past, it's kind of like you really and truly start releasing a lot of fears, because that even when things don't work out the way that you thought you wanted them to, right, that there is a bigger, payback, blessing, miracle that comes out of it all. So let's see what we have here. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of like, really, it's your decision with the Judgment card. Look at this. We had 3 major arcana. So I feel like this is a huge, thing for you, and you're showing up in your own reading. So it's kind of this energy of, it is your decision. The angels are around you. The angels are, notice how the angel there is playing the trumpet, right? The angels are calling to you. They know the way. They see your pain and anxiety. They want to help you to step back into your energy of following your own heart's desire, of moving in a new direction, of ending one cycle and beginning a new cycle with so much, I'm going to say enthusiasm, right? It's embracing that energy, and getting your strength back. I feel like whatever has happened in the past, you may feel like you gave up your power, or the fears of this occurring again, or a similar situation has taken your power away from you. And now I think in 2023, you are really stepping back into your power, just saying, you know what, wait a minute, I know I have the support of my angels, my spirit guides, to, help me with my fears, to see the way forward. And I don't need to fear anything. I am ready to really embrace this new beginning. So I love that energy. All right, so let's move to your career energy. So you have first chakra, Archangel Michael. Okay, so once again, Archangel coming in. Michael is really about healing. So the first chakra is your sense of safety and security. It is what helps us to move out of the energy of fear, of survival mode, and move into that energy of thriving, of making, decisions that are based on our heart. We can't be in this energy if we are still fearful of losing people, situations, financial abundance in our life. then we are in the survival mode. We can't move into that thriving mode unless our first chakra is healed. So I feel like in 2023, you are really working on healing this energy, your sense of safety and security within yourself. Yeah, because right here, oh my goodness, look at this. We have the healing light, and then we have the Seven of Wands. Being kind of confining in your finances. Maybe you did lose financial security or abundance in 2022 or even before that. You could be afraid of making new changes in your life, going after the things that you really and truly want because of that. So there's a sense that you are healing this, healing your energies around your first chakra. So if you look, you could do a search about first chakra healing. There's some special music that you can find on YouTube that you can play that, is at the frequency to help your first chakra. Spending time grounding as much as you possibly can. If, the weather permits, you can be outside barefoot, your feet touching the ground, grass, dirt, sand, whatever is available to you. Spending time in nature. Also, the energy of eating vegetables that grow in the ground, the whole energy of grounding yourself, of feeling safe and secure within yourself. And I feel whatever happened in the past has really kind of, hindered your first chakra, So there's some healing that if you can do as, start today if you can, excuse me. So there's this energy of doing that healing right here at the beginning of the year will help you to move forward. And I'm looking a little bit ahead. You really, this is something that I really encourage you to do because I don't know why some of these are so flipped. Very interesting. Okay, I think I got them right now. This is something. I also use a grounding mat. You can buy one online. They're not that expensive. That has helped me quite a bit. Some people enjoy weighted blankets, anything to help you kind of soothe that fear that is within yourself. That's coming from your first chakra. So let's see. There's another one. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is something that, has been kind of going on for some time. You could be even going in between this 10 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. Really difficult energy here. So one of the things is that it's kind of like, you could have had 2022 could have been one of those years where something came on your path that was really exciting, and then suddenly something would happen to it, like the opportunity would disappear or something like that. There's this energy where I feel like you may have had some time, it may have even been before 2022, where you thought something was going to work out and then it didn't. So you have this like a little bit of a pattern here. That is why your first chakra is, so a little bit, for some of you, you could have done a lot of moving, in the last couple of years. That will affect your first chakra. There's this energy of bouncing between, things that seem like they're going to work out, but then they don't, oh, here's a new opportunity, it's going to work out, and then it doesn't. You've had this energy for some time. So there is, perhaps, something that you want to prioritize. This will definitely help your energy. And this is in your career and money sector. So I feel like, perhaps in 2022, you could have had career or money opportunities that kind of came up, right? And then It was vanished. For some of you, it could have been you were trying to find a new home or something like that, or moving, and you'd find a house that you'd love, but then the contract wouldn't come through, right? Then you found another house, but that didn't work out, or there's something that you really want, but then you don't have the financial wherewithal to do it. So, and it could also be that there was something really big that you really wanted, that you put a lot of time and energy into, but then you lost money on it, or it just, it didn't pan out the way that you wanted it to. So let's take a look at your area of resistance or your obstacle. Knowing this is interesting because here you are showing up. That this is part of your spiritual path. So the message I'm getting here is that the obstacles that you have encountered in your career and money sector, okay, are part of your spiritual path in order, okay, to really help you to gain this extra power within yourself, this strength, this courage, this confidence in yourself. So it's a little bit, and I know sometimes people are like, well, why do I have to go through this, right? It's a little bit like working out. If you go to the gym the very first time and you're lifting weights, right? The next day you may feel sore, right? But you go back and you just keep doing it. In the end, you become strong, fit, toned, whatever it is that you're looking for. So I feel like that is what you have been experiencing in your career and money sector, the things that have kind of you keep getting over the obstacles, right? Getting over these obstacles, picking yourself up and carrying on even when things don't work out for you is helping you to build this strength, this perseverance, this confidence in yourself that you can overcome obstacles. So let's take a look at what your advice is. The loving man, which is really interesting because in the general, you have the loving woman, right? And then moving forward, progressing. It's when you step into your own heart, recognizing that about not concentrating perhaps so much on the money that something is going to bring, but the joy, the fulfillment, the passion that you may have for, your career or your money sector, a new project that you're trying to put out there, a new business that you're trying to start, that when you concentrate on the why, why is this important to you? What feelings? It's about the feelings. It's not about the thinking of it, right? It's not about the logic of it all. It's about the feeling of whatever this is. Then all of a sudden you see victory, you see progress, you move forward quickly. So I feel like this is, a little bit of an energy where you may get into your heart space about something, but then you concentrate on what you might lose in a certain situation. Like maybe you're trying to change jobs or something like that. You get really excited because it's like, yeah, that's what I want. That's the direction I want to go in. But then all of a sudden you get caught up in, well, that job isn't going to pay as much as I make now, or, well, my retirement fund won't pull over. You start looking at, the tangible. This is all kind of like feelings in your heart, desires, passions, inspiration. This is, well, now I have to bring it into reality, and the problem is that you're going between what your heart desires and what your ego is trying to tell you, right? Your ego is preventing you from moving forward because our ego is where the fears lie. There are no fears in our heart. There is only fear and love. So it's really about concentrating on the love, the why, the passion that you have for either a project, a business, a career, an idea, maybe even just a side business that you're trying to start. It's about not allowing your mind to kind of trick you out of doing something, or it could be even other people in your life that are kind of, preventing you or picking out what is not good about it. Yeah, this is lovely because look, you have the Ace of Pentacles, right? You have a new offer. I feel like, especially with this healing light and then the angels of the four directions, somewhere really close to the beginning of the year. So I really encourage you to work on your root chakra, to do some grounding activities, perhaps start that angel journal. This opportunity comes in when you are kind of like ready for it, and it is right there. It's ready to come in as soon as you are ready to receive it. So it's kind of like get ready, because the Ace of Pentacles, see how it's coming out of the cloud. It is a gift from the universe. It's a gift from your angels, your spirit guides. They're bringing something in for you to kind of like help bring either people together or a situation where you will be working with other people. So if you've started your business by yourself and you're having a hard time getting it to progress, right? This is maybe an opportunity to co-op with other people, or a situation where maybe, you've been working really hard on your money, but then for some reason, there's other people that can help you to invest your money or want to invest in you or your job or your talents, your spiritual gifts. So I love this energy because it's bringing in this balance. And look, I want to tell you, this is in your career and money sector. All three of these are pentacles. The pentacles are balancing out in your life. So it's about getting back into your heart, asking yourself, okay, what is it that I want to create? What is it that the energy that I want to bring to my job or my career? How is it that I want to look at money, right? I want to have a good energy around how I feel about money. I don't want to feel like money is scarce. I want to feel like money is flowing easily towards me. Use positive mantras to help heal your first chakra and your energy around money. And it is there. It is wanting to come in when you are almost like stepping into that energy of being ready to accept, okay? Instead of kind of like looking for reasons why it won't happen, just say to your angels, to your spirit guides, I believe, I'm ready to receive, and really tapping into your intuition about what steps to take as you move forward, especially if you're starting something new, because you have begin now. So I feel like a lot of you are starting a new career, a new business, a new job, moving perhaps to a new location, something like that. If you have a new beginning that you're looking for in your career money sector, it's about, okay, it doesn't matter what's happened in the past. I'm going to take the wisdom, the perspective, the valuable experience that I had from that, the silver linings, the blessings of that situation. And now I'm moving forward and I'm going to have a positive energy about it, just really embracing it, staying in your heart, posting, sometimes when I get into this energy that you seem to have, perhaps I'll put Post-its up around the house, on the bathroom mirror, on the refrigerator, on my desk, wherever. It's kind of like, positive mantras, but also, that energy of, I believe. Just keep saying, I believe, this is coming to me. I know it is. All right, so now let's go take a look at the love sector. Oh my goodness, Aries. Okay, I can't remember. Somebody else had this. I love this energy for romance and, your relationships in general. Goddess of the moon. I feel like you're almost getting back in touch with your divine feminine. We all have divine masculine and divine feminine. You have the Emperor card coming out quite a bit. So I feel like one of the things is you've been concentrating on pentacles, concentrating on your finances, right? But that's very much this Emperor energy, about do. You could be doing too much, and not loving enough. And it doesn't mean that you have to literally love other people, although that will help because you have the loving man here, right? But it's, and love in all relationships, not just romance. But this is the energy of really reconnecting to your love for yourself, your love for the people in your life, kind of coming out of that energy of feeling like people are draining you and looking at the good in the people in your life. So I love this energy, very much. Perhaps a sense of, part of your spiritual practices as you go into 2023 could be, working on your root chakra, but also, journaling to your angels. But this is maybe doing moon ceremonies too. I love doing moon ceremonies. It really does help to close out the energy of one cycle and then begin a new cycle, right? So that's something I'll probably be doing more videos about, different ceremonies that you can be doing around like the moon energies. They really are, they don't take that long. And it really does help you to kind of reset your own energy, close energies out and open on new energies. So let's see what we have here for your present energy, your higher self, and then the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is a little bit of reconnecting once again to your higher self, using your intuition to help determine where you're going. But I'm going to say, Aries, here that you could be in your relationships, once again, perhaps, romantic relationships, but all your relationships. You may have a little bit of this edge to your energy, kind of like, it's not a bad energy, but it is an energy where you're kind of like moving too fast. You're kind of up in your head. You're looking at people or people in your life, whether it's a relationship or somebody new that you are meeting, but you're kind of like, just kind of spend a little bit of time maybe thinking about this, about when you meet new people, are you coming from a place of your heart, or are you looking at this person and then saying, how can they help me in my life? Because once again, I feel like this energy is here. So it's a sense of not trusting other people, but it's also a sense of kind of what can this person provide for me? And so you're losing that energy of heart, and being in kind of a soft spot, being a little bit more open and vulnerable, a little bit softer in your connections. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, I just feel like, we have 5 of Cups on the bottom and we have 3 of Cups reversed. So a sense that you're not really kind of celebrating being with other people. You feel a little bit alone at this time. So I'm going to say once again, it's, Page of Swords, looking, having the strength and the courage to look at perhaps the words that you are using or your body language. They're saying body language when you meet people or new people, or even when you're around people that you already know. It's kind of, you may be coming in a little bit defensive, kind of defending, your wants, your just your life in general. And I'm sending you lots of love and hugs, because this is really it's a sense of not trusting the world, and I think that is because of what has happened in the past. When that type of situation, when something difficult happens, right? What happens is that we start putting up walls, right? We want to protect ourselves, and then it can turn into a sense of just not trusting anybody, because I feel like somebody took advantage of you. So you're in an energy of not trusting anybody. Somebody hurt you, so it's kind of like, I don't want to be hurt again. So moving forward into 2023, especially as you heal your root chakra, because your root chakra is really about that sense of safety and security, right? healing that root chakra, and then stepping into an energy of really trusting yourself. That's where we have to start. Before we can trust others, we have to really trust ourselves. So I feel like you're stepping into this energy of realizing, perhaps having that conversation with yourself about, okay, how do I show myself that I trust myself? One of the biggest ways is when we commit to something for ourselves. I'm going to start exercising every day, or I'm going to drink more water, or I'm going to eat healthier, or I'm going to bed at this time, right? That is one of the best ways we can start building trust with ourselves, when we commit to it and stick with it, right? Showing ourselves that we are willing to commit to ourselves will also help build our trust then to committing to other people, or allowing other people to commit to us. So I feel like this is something that you're really working on at the beginning of 2022, because so I didn't even see this before, but your energy here in your relationship sector, somebody took advantage of you, somebody hurt you, somebody did something, right? And that is showing up. So it's hard for you to really love others. You have to first step into this energy of loving yourself. There could be a little bit of energy here. I'm going to clarify that you feel a little bit as if, I feel like somebody did something, that was painful, deceitful, hid something from you, something like that. And you're almost in this sense of blaming yourself, or a sense of, well, I can't trust myself because I didn't see that happening behind my back. Okay, well, let's take a step back, right? You are not the one that was deceitful. If somebody wanted you to know something, they would have told you, right? They were definitely trying to hide something from you. And that is where trust breaks down, because you believed in somebody, or you believed, in this situation, and then they broke your trust. But being careful not to break that trust with other people, oh, I got hurt because of this one person, so not putting it out to all people will hurt me, right? And that is where we all naturally go when a situation like that happens. We also sometimes fall into, especially if you're an empath, and if you're watching this, you probably are, somebody that, you're taking on the actions that somebody did to you, and almost in an energy of, well, I'm not saying this is true, right? So please don't, but it's almost like, well, I guess I deserved that because I trusted too much, or, something like that. No, we want to be in the energy of love. What somebody did is a recollection, a reflection of them, not a reflection of you. And when we're truly hurt, a lot of times we take on the misbehavior of somebody else as an indication that reflects on us. No, it reflects on them. The only thing you can control is how you respond to it. If you allow that energy of what somebody did to hold you back from what your heart is truly desiring, right, to go in a new direction, that is on you. But what somebody else did, that is on them. That's a reflection of that. Stepping back into your energy of loving yourself, of trusting yourself, of starting to once again open up to trusting the world too. Because here is your advice. Your energy is fragmented. You're blocking good relationships from coming into your life. Even the relationships you have in your life right now, you may feel are a little bit scattered. They're not where you want them to be. You're feeling a little bit tied up. It's interesting because we have yin and yang underneath. Once again, this energy of bringing in, kind of bringing in your divine masculine and feminine, kind of combining them, healing them, bringing them together. So I feel like that is part of what 2023 is. We have the angel of love underneath. We also have strategy, and it's interesting because they're saying you may be taking strategy is all about being up in the head, kind of being logical about love. Okay, love, when we're truly like in love, there is like no logic, right? So I feel like you may be looking at love a little bit logically, okay? And, we always want to keep our eye open for those red flags and stuff like that. I get that. But it's almost like, okay, I've got to sit here and think about it. What does this person want from me? How might they hurt me? This is your fears that are out balancing, your love. And instead of like really saying to yourself, okay, I'm going to start opening up. And, we don't go from being kind of closed off to being completely vulnerable and open the next day. It takes time. It's a process that we go through, right? It begins with ourselves, starting to really trust in yourself, loving yourself. And then perhaps, people in your life that you do have good connections with, just kind of becoming more open and trusting of them. And then, then expanding that circle slowly. So let's see what we have here. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. What has happened in the past, you are moving forward from, okay? This major disappointment in your life, you're moving forward in it. And I feel, Aries, 2022 could have been very difficult in both your career and money sector and your relationship sector. For some of you, you could have maybe, gone through a divorce or something, and it affected, both of these situations. But here you are, healing, putting back out into the world. This sense of wishing, dreaming, imagining what it is that you truly want for yourself. Queen of Pentacles, I love this. Taking really good care of yourself. Once again, going back to that root chakra, balancing out your own energies within yourself, your divine masculine and feminine, knowing that some things we act on, and at the same time with our divine feminine, it is an energy of allowing, of just loving ourselves, spending time, taking care of ourselves, having, a relationship with ourselves. And I feel too, with the Queen of Pentacles, it's home, it's hearth, it's financial security, healing, all of that. 2023 is a year where you are going to really see victory in all areas of your life. It's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful energy there. All right, so now let's go ahead and get an angel message for you to finish this out, to close it out. And Aries, I do personal readings. If you'd like a personal 2023 tarot reading, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Okay, so let's see. These are kind of like flipping around. There we go. Okay, dreams. This is a wondrous time of healing and positive transformation. Embrace life each moment and keep focused on your dreams. Yep, focus on what you want to bring in 2023. Retain the purity of your vision and you will draw success to it. All you ever wished for, even that which seemed a distant dream, is about to manifest. Wow. And once again, I think it is that energy of keeping focused on what it is, make that vision board, focus on what it is that you want to bring in, really dreaming big, not allowing the disappointments of the past to kind of taint the dreams that you would like to create for yourself in the future. Knowing that, okay, I've got a new dream. Something didn't work out. That's okay. I have positive silver linings from that experience that I'm going to take forward as I dream into reality. I bring into reality a huge dream of, of love, of light, of joy, of prosperity. So I love this energy for you. All right, well, Aries, I'm going to finish it there. I really and truly wish you a very happy new year, and I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light. Bye for now.